So today I want to talk about pentatonic positions. I'm going to show you some positions. I know this stuff is all over the web, but I'm gonna just kind of show you in my way and give you some ideas, some things to think about when it comes to pentatonic shapes. Alright, let's get into it.
'Cause just as sure as the sun gives way to the moon, just as sure as the gray gives way to the blue, I'm gonna ride to the heavens child inside my groove.
Hey fam, top of the AM, PM, or noonday to you. Check it. If you're new to the channel, go on and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you know when the next video comes out. Also, if you really dig this stuff and want to see more stuff that I don't post on YouTube or whatever, I'm going to put a link somewhere for Patreon, and you can become a patron and get some other stuff. Alright, we're going to do this in G major. I'm just going to play through the positions and I'll explain what's going on. I'm just going to go up and down each position. Position 1. Position 2, which is a minor sound. Position 3 starts with the first finger. Position 4. Position 5. So let me go back through that and I'll explain some characteristics of each mode. The first starts with the first scale degree. That's major, yeah? It starts with the second finger. That's something to keep in mind about the shape. And the pad that you hear is a G major 7 chord. I'll talk about that in a second. The second of the positions, all we're doing when we have a when we have a pentatonic shape is we're taking away the half steps. Okay, so that's kind of what the deal is with that. The second position is going to start with the second finger as well. So once again, first position, second position. The third position is going to start with the first finger. The next position, the fourth of the 5 positions, is going to be starting on the 5th scale degree. So D is the 5 of G. And then the 5th of the position starts with the 6th scale degree. And that's E minor pentatonic. That's the sound we hear all the time. But you don't necessarily have to play that minor pentatonic all the time. And then we're right back to the beginning. Now, one of the things that I want to mention about this is that you should know your whatever scale shape, you should know it as deep as your neck is. And this is what I mean when I think that G major pentatonic shape. I'm starting from the lowest string. If I was playing a 5 string, I would start on the B string. So let's give an example. A lot of times we'll learn a shape or a scale from a certain position. There's just a 3-string shape, but then we neglect those, those notes on the next string. So we don't want to do that. We want to recognize, if I did each one of those positions from the A string, I want to see that, that there's extra notes that belong there. So that's position 4 of the 5 positions. Let's say if we took E minor, we know E minor is there. it's also here. I guess what I'm getting at is that we want to recognize, start to see these different shapes, different patterns in other places on the neck. If we have this E minor pentatonic, there's our third position, right? So that's just a little side note, but what you want to do if this is new for you is just don't try to get your licks in, don't try to go all fast and stuff. Get familiar with the patterns. If that's the first position, right, let's say you spend a little bit of time on that first position shape, okay? For some people that may be a day, one practice session, a week, or whatever. But here's G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. What I'm doing right now, G flat, B, E, A, D, G. What I did there was I just went basically through the cycle of fourths and went through every key. I made a video not too long ago about learning the notes on the neck and using the circle of fourths as one of those ways. That's kind of just a side note. You know, I went completely over the neck and called out those notes, or called out the roots of the keys that I was playing in. Now, I kept a closed shape, meaning no open strings. That's why I did all that shifting, because I want to get familiar with the shape of that. Okay, that was the purpose for that. Could I play? Of course, right? But right now I'm, you know, I'm getting the shape down, okay? So, you know, you may go through that and then you go to the second position. But here's the gag though, is if I'm playing the second pentatonic shape and I'm in the key of G right now, then let's do this on C. Here's C major. And the second pentatonic shape of C major is going to be this shape, which would go along with D Dorian, yeah? What's the next key? The next key in the circle of fourths is going to be F. The next key is B flat. Now I'm seeing B flat here, but I'm working on the second shape. What's the next key? The next key is E flat. Sorry. So I think you see what I'm saying is, now I'm going through those keys, and you could write it down. Just write down C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. You know what I'm saying? G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Write that down on a piece of paper and go through those keys. If you write it down like that, your understanding is going to get deeper and more solid, and you can see what you're doing. You can take an inventory of what you're doing. You can do that same thing with the third shape. Understand the third shape looks like that. Now I'm in G, right? So let's do that at C. C, it looks like E minor pentatonic, but we've got that note there. So C, I'm in the key of C. That's what I'm calling out, the key of C. Sorry. Key of F. So my eye is going to F I see F, but instead of me just seeing that F major pentatonic either here or here, I'm also seeing the F pentatonic, F major pentatonic, the G minor, the second shape G minor, and also the E Phrygian shape. Also, sorry, A Phrygian. You see what I mean? So I'm starting to visualize the neck in a more horizontal fashion as well. So let me go back to G major and just kind of wrap this up. I'm playing a G. I started off playing a G major pad, which gives us a certain feeling. I cheated the fingering there a little bit. As a textbook thing, you want to keep that, but in practice, in the heat of the moment, you know, they say you learn things and then you forget them. So here's, but on a gig or something like that, I may play. That was a horrible shift, but you get what I'm saying. So if I'm playing that, I was playing a G major synth. I can also practice this over E minor. It's gonna give a different kind of a feel, because E minor is the relative minor of G major. So you could even play, say, C major 7, because C major 7 exists in the key of G. That's just a little side note. I'll get into something like that a little bit later, but and notice I never played a C major pentatonic at all, and all of the notes still sounded cool. So when you're practicing, take your time to listen at how that note feels against that C. So in the C major 7, we've got, if I'm playing this position, what am I playing? The 5 of that C major 7, which we're still in the key of G, playing 6, right? There's the major 7. There's the 2. That's the first note we come to that has a different kind of emotion, a tension to it. The major 3rd, the 5th again, the 6th again. We never played that, I'm sorry. There's the major 7 again. So you're feeling how that note feels against that chord. Don't feel like you gotta play everything all fast. You know what I mean? You wanna, a lick is cool, but and somebody could show you a lick. Like anybody can show you a lick, but what you want, what I think you want, what I want, I'll tell you what I want, is I want to know what I'm playing and why it sounds the way it does and why it feels the way that it does. Because if I want to create a certain emotion or feeling, I want to have some sort of an idea, you know, the work and the inspiration kind of meet. So take your time, go slow. This video is probably getting a little bit long, so I'm going to cut it short, but there are 5 different pentatonic shapes. And I gave you a few different ideas of some things you could do. Work on the first shape, move it around all 12 keys, and then move to the next shape, and then move to the next shape. Take your time. Start coming up with grooves and ideas built on just one shape at a time. See if you can do that. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Bell icon. Become a patron today, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. 2 fingers.